Okay, today we're going to talk a little bit about electrical safety in the backyard. As ponders, water gardeners, we're always running electricity around our backyard. We want to get electricity out to pond pumps, water features, lighting, etc., stuff like that. So we're always running electrical stuff around, and it's important that we do it safely. So I'm going to give you a couple of tips. First off, you got to use GFI protection on all your outlets. GFI stands for ground fault interrupt. Those are those fancy little outlets that you see. They've got the test and the reset buttons on them. And if there's any kind of a short or anything like that in the system, it's going to kill that outlet and it's going to shut off the electricity and protect everybody so nobody gets electrocuted by mistake. My house doesn't have one on the back, and because it's an older house, this one's really anchored into the wall. I don't want to have to take this out and replace it. So instead, what I've done is I've mounted a weatherproof box to the wall right below it. I'm using weatherproof grommets and everything for all wires going in and out. I've got a short wire here that plugs into the house that powers this box here. Inside this box, I've mounted a GFI outlet. This GFI outlet protects any other circuits or electricity that comes out of this box and goes anywhere else in the backyard. So this way I know that all my electricity is protected by this GFI outlet. Another thing about outlets, you need to be able to test them. If you go to the hardware store, Home Depot, Canadian Tire, Rona, Lowe's, wherever, you can buy one of these. This is a little tester. It's got prongs where you plug it into an outlet. It's got 3 lights, 2 yellow and a red, and there's also a little chart on it. Don't know if that's going to be in focus, so I'll get a picture. There's a chart on it that tells you, depending on what lights you get on, whether the circuit is safe or not. It tells you whether you've got a ground, you don't have a ground, whether you're neutral and hot or switched, whether you're ground and hot or switched, basically whether it's safe. Ideally, we want 2 yellow and no reds. It also has a little button here to test the GFI outlet. Basically, it shorts the outlet, make sure the GFI pops so it's safe. So all we do is we plug this into the outlet like that, and it's hard to see on that camera, but I've got 2 yellows and no red. According to the chart, that means that this outlet's been wired properly, I've got a ground, and it's safe. So now I want to test the GFI. So by doing that, I just press a little button in here, and there goes my GFI outlet. My lights are out, so I know my GFI is safe. Now I just hit the reset button here to reset my GFI. The 2 lights come back on. I know I got power again, so I know all my exterior outlets are safe. So I can plug everything back in. Little known thing about GFI outlets is once you install a GFI outlet, any electrical devices that are downstream of that GFI outlet, or basically come off of this outlet, are protected by the GFI protection of this outlet. So I've got some cables going to a couple of other outlets in the yard. They are not GFI outlets. They are weather-safe boxes. They have weather-safe covers on them so that it's protected from moisture and insects and stuff like that. But they don't have to be expensive GFI outlets because they're protected by this one. So as long as everything in the backyard is coming off this outlet, I know that the entire backyard is protected by GFI. And if anybody nicks an extension cord or a plug or anything gets compromised or anything develops a short or a leak, this will pop, and I know that it'll shut the backyard down and protect anybody from getting electrocuted. That's a little bit about GFI protection in the backyard. Make your electrical safe. Thanks for watching. OnWaterGarden.com.